This several million-year-old large crater went undiscovered until 1959 since it has been buried by more than 100 feet of sediment. Once revealed, it was measured at 22 miles and 2,800 feet deep. It formed during a catastrophic impact event which still affects the area's water table to this day.
And Manson has the world's softest water.
Come on.
No, really.
Who told you that?
Where'd you get your info? But the thing is...
So when did you see the crater when it hit? Got her. All right, we're about to pull into Main Street, and we're looking for Dolorah. So let's see if we can find her. Hi.
Well, hello.
We're looking for some directions. We're trying to get to Charles Manson City or something like that. Hi, Dolorah.
Oh, hello.
We found her.
Here we are in Manson first. They got new doors though, see? Wow, how would you know?
I was going to ask you, are those new doors for Dolorah? So this is the...
that is where Kenny and Terry had their wedding reception. I said this is the only stoplight in Calhoun County. Right here in Manson, Iowa.
There it is.
Wow. Because we have so much traffic, see?
Yeah.
Look,
Oh.
we have somebody coming, look out.
Hi.
There he goes. So now is the Schoon family from here?
The Schoon family.
Oh wait. It's called Schoon? I thought it was Schoon because it's spelled S-C-H-O-O-N and like school S-C-H-O-O-L. So
right.
Help me
well,
with
we're
this.
German, so it's Schoon.
Oh, you're German. That's what it is. Okay. All right. So go ahead, Dolorah Schoon.
Okay. Originally, I grew up in Kniermin. I went to school here in Manson from kindergarten to 12th grade.
With who? Like, what was the family setup like?
Well, I'm the last of 7. My oldest brother is 22 years older than I am. Jerry.
Yeah.
Bonnie.
Jerry, I remember Jerry.
Barb. Kenny, you know.
No.
Deb.
I've never met Kenny. No, tell me about Kenny. He was like the runt. He was like the
Kenny's
runt.
Okay, so you're Kenny's sister.
I am Kenny's
Okay.
sister.
You're the baby then.
I'm the baby.
You're the baby.
I'm Goose. Kenny would call me Goose. That's where I went to school right there.
What's
yes.
it called
You never
again?
had the desire to leave? You just love it here? Or?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I love it here. But see, most of the school is gone now. So that's just, we tore, well, let's go by it instead of just pointing.
Is it a place where you know everybody and everybody knows you?
Well, no.
People keep to themselves.
I keep to myself. I'll put it that way. Of course, if you show this film to everybody, they're going to say, sure, you
You
did.
didn't have a line at your door.
I'll make sure I give the world Dolorah's address in this video.
That's where I live.
Oh, there it is. There's Dolorah's home.
Great. Free meal?
Yep, she has free food for everybody.
See, the school used to come out to about these merry-go-rounds.
Uh-huh.
And we tore all that down, and now that's just what used to be the lunch building.
Uh-huh.
This gymnasium was built, well, after the tornado in '79.
Oh, okay.
We had a real bad tornado.
We
So-
did. We had a real bad tornado.
So what kind of grades did you get?
When they were building these 2 end ones,
Yeah.
I climbed up to the top when there was just scaffolding up there.
I so want to climb up there. We got one right behind our house.
All right, you're up, Tamara. I'll be right here.
Bonnie and Clyde robbed that.
No way.
Bonnie and Clyde robbed this bank right here.
That was a bank?
That was the bank back 1933. They got $213 cash.
So this is the bank that Bonnie and Clyde robbed, and they got $213 out of it.
Yep, 213. I'm pretty
So
sure
when
it
you were a teller
I was a teller
at
here.
the time, and what happened? So they,
Yep.
they come and shoot
And-
it up, or?
The vault was down the basement
Uh,
because there's bullet holes down in the basement yet.
really?
Yep.
That's incredible. So this is, yeah, I love that.
And we used to climb up this right here. Get on the roof.
Give it a shot now. Let's
Of course,
see. Here we go.
I can't even lift my knee up on the
No,
step, let alone climb up the building.
How far would you get up?
I'm not gonna try.
No, not now. When you were a kid.
Oh, when I was a kid, I wouldn't make it all the way up, but my brother would. Kevin.
That's crazy.
He jumped from this building to that building. That's the mayor. That was the mayor, Rick Judd.
Really?
Yep.
You don't see that every day. The
Well,
mayor.
I'll take you right by the mayor's house. I used to babysit his kids.
Really?
Yep.
What did he do as the mayor of Canada?
That's a good question. What do you do? That's where he used to live. That's where the mayor lives, right there.
There's the mayor's house. Of
And the mayor's son, Richie, lives right here.
Iowa State.
Dad was a farmer. And then Dad got hurt. He was out watering the bull and the animals, and the bull usually would go out of the barn. But this morning, for some reason, the bull stayed in the barn and attacked Dad. It didn't attack him, but
Right.
put his head down and pushed him up against the manger and busted 3 ribs and cracked his shoulder.
Wow.
And that kind of ended Dad's farming.
Wow. So did they have a size of the farm? Was it a big farm, medium farm? Like was it cattle, pigs? What kind of farm? Do you remember?
That's a good question. Well, Dad was doing cattle, I think.
Yeah.
And Dad was a farmer doing fields and stuff. Dad was the fastest corn picker in Calhoun County.
Officially?
Officially.
How?
He pulled and
Well, I know how
Back
to
in the
do
day
it, but
when
like
they
who
did it by hand.
who told him that? I'm sorry. How did
How
he
did
get
he find that out? I guess he was in some state fair contest or something. See, I don't know. I'm the youngest. I don't know.
Okay, so we're learning about Dolorah. She just
She
didn't
doesn't know much.
pay attention back in the day. She just didn't, you know. Is there any other Shones here we can talk to?
Any Shones around?
Any Shones around?
Actually, there's a lot of Shones in Manson.
Is there really? How many?
There are 3 different Shone families.
All related though, right?
One of them is a distant relation.
Really?
My great grandpa and his great grandpa were brothers.
Wow. How did you know the story of how you said you're from Germany? Is where your family originally came from?
Yes.
Do you know any stories of like, you know, how they got here or
All I know is Grandma got here when she was 18 years old
from Germany?
from Germany.
Wow. And was
Her name was Hilda Huffman.
really?
Yeah.
That's not German.
And she met Grandpa, who was already here.
But
But
was from-
his parents, my grandparents came from Germany. So my dad is 100% German.
Wow. That's interesting. German.
And he didn't know how to speak English until the 3rd grade, when he had an English teacher who taught him, because she was German,
Oh, so she could translate.
so she could translate German and English.
That's cool. So what do you think what's the population in Manson now?
Okay, the population in Manson, I'm pretty sure, is 1,042. There's a sign somewhere
Yeah.
in Manson that
And what
says that.
you just told me, what was it back in the day?
And back in the day, Kniermin used to be 300 people.
Wow.
Back when I lived in Kniermin, there were 99.
Wow.
And now, I think there's less than 50.
Really?
Yep.
And Kniermin, just for the people watching at home who don't know, Kniermin is a city or town close to, what's Kniermin?
Kniermin is, let's see, we used to go to town and get groceries at Fort Dodge. Fort Dodge is that way.
Wow. So when you'd have to like,
It's 20 miles away.
and you had to like saddle
It's
up
not
the
like-
horses and put the
We saddled
truck
up
wagon.
the horses early morning.
You had to get up
We'd
early.
get to Fort Dodge about noon.
So this is apparently, well, you know what? Let me let Dolorah tell you. Hang on. All right, now where are we at again?
This is where the Schoons live. Right here. The front
So-
porch was about right here.
So was it underground? Where's the house? Where's the,
Right here.
they had a tent. It was all in this area. No, I guess they had torn the house down. But what's cool is you can kind of see the sidewalk. And then you go up. This is how you'd go in their house.
This house is where they brought me to when I was born.
Wow. When did they tear it down, do you know?
Oh gosh, 15 years ago probably. Maybe even longer.
Bless you.
And then right over here was where parrots lived.
Oh, that's the connection that I
That's the
wanted to find out.
connection.
So they literally,
They were,
yeah.
Kenny and Terry were next door neighbors. Kenny married the
Yeah.
next door neighbor. Kenny said that he found out that he wanted to marry Terry because he kissed all the girls in Kniermin first, and Terry was the best kisser, so that's who he was going to marry.
Aw, that's cool. Wow. So what we're learning is this is the parrot plot home, where it used to be.
They still got the 2 walnut trees in front though.
Yeah, look at that. There's the 2 walnut trees, Kenny. They're still
And
here.
those trees. See, okay, here's the deal.
Okay.
When I was born, they moved me into this house over here,
Okay.
and then we moved west 1.5 miles, and I lived out there for 3 years, and then I moved back here
Into the parrot house.
to the parrot house.
With them, or they were gone?
They were gone,
They were gone.
but we bought it from Bernie and Shirley Parrott.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Look at this tree. So this is where Grandpa Schoon, he planted these. Huge now compared to Tamara and Dolorah. And then this is the field out beyond that. Cornfields. So tell me about, you have kids?
Yes, my son Mike works back there at Shoreside that we just passed.
Uh-huh.
He is the cook. And then I have another boy, Matt. He lives in Fort Dodge.
Oh, okay. So going back to the 7, there were 7 of you.
7 of me. 7 of me. Yes, there's 7 of me.
Wow. So did you guys live on a farm? Did you live like in these homes?
I grew up in Kniermin.
Okay, but
The
when you
other-
came here?
The other kids lived on multiple farms. They grew up in, oh heaven's sakes.
Just say Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa. Claire. they were on over by Claire, Pomeroy,
Uh-huh.
Fort Dodge, Moreland. All over.
Spread all over.
Yes.
Spread all over. So Kenny, he always, I don't know if he's pretending or it's real, but like he has a thing about tractors. Do you remember any of that back in when?
Well, he started his thing with tractors when he was living out there in Nevada.
Oh, so he really wasn't into tractors when he was
So he
here.
wasn't, not
Aha!
that I know of.
Boom, we got you, Kenny.
Not that I know of. See, but Kenny and Terry were married when I was just a little kid.
Oh, okay, so they were already married.
So,
What do you
yeah.
remember about Terry and Kenny, like, you know, growing up around them? And
Well, see, that's the thing. I didn't really grow up around them.
okay, can you just make something up?
I can make something up.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Kenny and Terry were married when I was only like 2.
Wow.
And they lived in Fort Dodge for a little while, but then Terry wanted to move out to Henderson
Oh, okay.
to be near her parents.
So from Iowa?
Yeah.
Iowa to Henderson?
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay. Now Kniermin. See that over there? Big elevators? That's
Yeah.
Kniermin.
And what's a Kniermin?
Kniermin is where I grew up. Kniermin is where Kenny and Terry met.
Oh, what story?
They were neighbors.
Really?
Yep.
How, do you know any stories about that time or any fun?
Well, I don't really. Ain't I fun? No, I
All
don't.
right.
I don't.
Well, that ends our show. She doesn't know shit. She doesn't know shit. I don't know. Oh, they got married here?
They got married right here in
Oh,
this
we
church.
gotta get out for this one.
Part on, so the church was started back there. So the doors would have been that they were coming out of were back farther.
Oh, a
up.
little back further.
Yeah,
So this is it.
but that's where they were married. Yes,
This is where Kenny and Terry were married.
the 3 marriages out of the Schoon family that lasted were
Yeah.
married in this church. So, But Bonnie and Bill, Kenny and Terry, and Kevin and Patty.
Really?
Everybody else was divorced, and we weren't married in this church.
Yeah, you didn't get married.
Who knew?
Whoops.
Who knew? Whoops.
All right.
Where are we going now with that shovel? We're gonna bury a body?
Well, we are in a cemetery.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think that.
Dong!
It's me. And then-
We are out at the cemetery. Mom and Dad right over here.
Somebody took the flowers.
And they did. They took my morning. Oh, wait, they didn't. It's right there.
Yeah,
It's laying
it's
down.
not that one. It's this one.
It's this one. See, that's the Schoon.
Oh, there you go.
And I do have a morning glory here
Oh,
yet.
beautiful.
Very good. Going home with me. We'll leave the flag up though, Dad.
Do you get a chance to come out often?
Excuse me?
Do you come out very often?
I do.
Yeah, yeah.
I make a cup of tea once in a while, come out here and have a cup of tea with them. See, Mom passed away in 1981,
Virginia.
and Dad lived till 2013.
I remember him. I remember him. Couldn't he build like anything? Like he could build, and he was very good with his hands, and
Dad?
yeah, no? Must have been.
Well, yeah, he could.
I mean, I remember Kurt always referencing that he was, you know, Grandpa Harold was amazing. Like he could build anything.
Well, he was amazing.
I think he had Kurt. He might have had Kurt fooled.
Well, he had them all fooled. He was good with his hands.
All right, well, this
Tell
is
me-
the cemetery. Okay. You can't talk. Ow. God bless it.
Flies are
bugs.
biting.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Hello.
All right, we're out of here. Well, we're out of this spot.
Bye.
We're heading to the park. Love you.
Bye.
We're making our way back to the park.
Yep, we're headed down to the park.
Dolorah got lost. So where are we at now? This
City Park.
This is the city.
Oh, see them stone things in the entrance?
Yeah.
Kenny put them up.
That one's crooked.
That one's crooked?
Yeah.
Please plant these forget-me-not seeds in loving memory of my precious wife, mom, grandma, great-grandma, and best friend, Terry Lee Schoon, May 8th, 1948 November 3rd, 2022. It is our hope that as these flowers bloom, they will remind you of the beauty of life and celebrate the love that was our wonderful wife, mom, grandma, great-grandma, and best friend, and sister-in-law. You forgot sister-in-law. There you go, Terry. Oh, there's 4 more in there. There you go. Okay.
Beautiful. Flowers are planted.
In the Kniermin State Park.
Kniermin State Park.
Kniermin State. Okay.
Okay, here's Tunji.
And it's thundering. See, she's saying thank you.
Right.
Did you see that? Hear that? Oh.
Super quiet out here.
Evidently nobody plays tennis or basketball in Kniermin anymore.
Yeah, no.
See that dirt's softer there. Oh, jeez.
I got that.
I guess it's softer.
Well, there you have it. That's Manson and what was the other place called?
Kniermin.
Kniermin. So from Manson, saying goodbye. Love you. See you next time.
Bye. Ta-da!
As we said our goodbyes and walked across the field, we noticed a huge double rainbow lit up the sky. It was Terry, shining her love down on us. I'll never forget it. And thank you, Dolorah, for sharing a little of your family history.